Snap her mop and her broom. Back in the olden days, we used to have a nail gun, like a screw or a nail.
Yeah.
Now, no.
Now you can understand. They told me that they left one for me here, so maybe, I could learn from you. Well,
Perfect.
That's hysterical. I have a bad feeling about this.
You know what Yoda says, size does not matter.
How you said so.
If you fit that in your pocket, that's a good thing about it.
Dangerous, alright. Okay, here we go. Alright. Pay no mind to that broom. Alright. Okay, so, now there's a little story about the lightsaber that Darth Maul has that you shared with us, and I think it's fascinating, and I would love for you to share it with everybody, because he's got that long hilt, and that, we really have you to thank for that, and George Lucas, of course, as well. We always thank George. But could you tell us a little bit how that came about?
Yeah, when I asked to come in and just, Nick Gillard, the stunt coordinator, was interested. He heard about how crazy it was at bouncing off my head and running up walls. He asked if I'd be interested in working with him, and they were looking for someone to play Darth Maul, a stunt person, an actor who could do stunts, vice versa. So when I saw the images of Maul in the storyboards, it was really cool, but I never imagined it would be me that would get the part, but I wanted it. But I just couldn't help myself, and I just started to explain it, just go, and these were times when you should shut up and listen because you're trying to get a job. But I was going, yeah, and I could do this, and I could do this, and that, spin around my neck, and blah, 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 and do this, and run my body, jump up, split, and I meant it, because at that time, it was possible. So when I did get the job, and I got handed a lightsaber, because my audition was with a single blade, and a made-up stick. I got the lightsaber, and the handle was the same size of a regular
lightsaber.
It was smaller than this.
Like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. And his was pretty big compared to the rest.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? Because I couldn't fit two hands on it. And I was so used to being free with my hands, so I knew I needed the width of my waist to be able to do moves.
Right. So
I was really scared, and I thought, I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to get sacked now because I'm not going to be able to do the moves that I said I was going to do.
Okay.
So I went to George, and I was really nervous, and I was like, Mr. Lucas, and he's like, what's the problem, right? Not in that way, but I'm sort of scared. And I said, I was hoping that the lightsaber could sort of be this way, so I can do that. He goes, okay, how about we just flip it? So it became a little bit bigger than my waist. And I was like, yeah, okay, because I couldn't go, no, can we have it smaller than that? And just do that. I just was grateful that he could go, let's just flip it. And I said, oh yeah, perfect, okay, yeah, okay, good.
So that's fantastic, and then also it made it really cool when Obi-Wan Kenobi cuts that. Yeah. Now you have two, okay. Well, we have you to thank for that pretty cool story though, yeah? Fascinating stuff.
Now, just by chance and just by luck, and George is so cool and just, so creative and down to earth that I was lucky that he didn't fire me. He said, no, do it.
And you have another character that I really loved. I was a big G.I. Joe fan. Anybody G.I. Joe fans? Yeah! Snake Eyes. How cool was that? And Snake Eyes used weapons as well, yeah?
Yeah, and the thing about Snake Eyes is, with Chinese martial arts at practice, we never did katana blades or samurai swords or kendo sticks. So I got to go back to being a kid, and I used to save up my money and buy a ninja sword without my mum and dad knowing. And go into the kung fu shops that would sell it to a little 14-year-old boy. And I would practice being a ninja when I was a kid, and I really believed I could disappear as a kid. In the old ninja movies, they would go and throw a smoke bomb on the floor, and they would disappear, or they would jump up in trees. So I got to relive my childhood, and I really enjoyed playing Snakey.
Well, let's take a look at Snake Eyes in action here on the screen. Take a look at the screens.
Since that movie, I've told this story before, But my brother and I used to goof off and do some wacky stunts, and I used to be a BMX kid and jump over cars and stuff when I was a kid, and and do dangerous stuff. But for Snake Eyes, I got to be on top of a car again and have permission, and it was really cool. So these days when my wife drives the kids to school, I'll run out behind them, and she knows what I'm doing, and she'll roll down the window and I'll jump on the side of the car and I'll hang, and the kids are looking at me going, "Yeah, Daddy, do it again. Now let go, and then do it again, go under the car again." And jump through the window and do the whole thing and go out the back window and then run back to the house.
Don't try this at home, unless you're Ray Park.
Don't do that at home, I know what I'm doing, but accidents do happen, and I'm just waiting for the day that my kids unbuckle the seatbelts and try to, "Oh, I'll do what Daddy does." I'm going down the 101 at 100 miles an hour.
Now, Ray, you were so kind to teach me some moves, but you've taught many different people moves, from Daniel Logan, of course.
Daniel's like...
You also have, you have a friend here in the audience.
I have a friend here, his name is Liam.
Where's Liam at?
I met Liam last year and I broke his lightsaber by accident. I want to invite Liam up to the stage.
Let's let Liam feel a warm welcome here. Yes.
Liam, I met him last year and he's such a sweet boy, and he's now a big boy now, a young man. Now, he came by every day for the 2 weekends, and every day I got to show him a little bit here, a little bit there, and some basics, and I said, go away with that, and do a bit more, and then show me what you've come up with. So I didn't want to sort of crowd him with information, I wanted to see what he would come up and create. So it's been a year now, and he's come out to LA, and he's come over to the house, and I've shown him some stuff, and he's just taken it to a new level all by himself, and this is him training by himself. So, and practicing, and then now I'm going to put him on the spot by demonstrating to everyone, just to sort of give everyone encouragement that anything's possible if you really want to do this, and you're willing to do it. You ready? I'm going to take these off you. How about me wearing them? Yeah. Put your glasses down.
Don't break those.
Now, do we need to move out of the way from you? You okay in your flip-flops? Okay. When you're ready.